Thanks for joining us once again on the 3-day weather forecast. I am Paul Ugbah. The early hours of Tuesday have seen rains which have affected parts of the central and northern parts of the country as a result of a storm which traversed through these states and presently occupying a position over central Nigeria. This storm has affected parts of these areas, including the FCT, and it is expected to continue its propagation eastward and affect places ahead of it. And so for the rest of Tuesday, we expect this storm advancing towards the east, towards the western parts of the country, to affect the southwestern parts of the country, as well as give rains to the coastal areas of the southwest. We also have prospects for thunderstorms in places around Kano and also part of Kebbi and the central parts of the country extending towards Kwara State, while other places in the northeast are expected to remain partly cloudy. The likely impact from this rain is expected to be low over places that appear in this map in yellow color, while places in green are expected to experience little or no hazard from the expected rains over this area. But places that appear in orange and red are, however, expected to experience moderate to high hazard from the expected rains. This is evident in the places around the FCT, along the road from Gogolada towards the airport junction, where the early morning rains on Tuesday affected the express road and kept commuters stranded. For our maximum temperature forecast, we expect the highest value of 38 degrees Celsius over Maiduguri, and at night we expect 23 degrees Celsius over these areas. Other places within this zone are expected to experience temperature between 29 degrees Celsius during the day and 35 degrees Celsius in other places. At night, we expect the lowest temperature over Jos to be 18 degrees Celsius. The southern parts of the country are, however, expected to experience daytime temperatures between 29 degrees Celsius over Bayelsa State and 33 degrees Celsius over parts of Benue State. By Wednesday, we expect the northern parts of the country, particularly over the northeastern part and Jigawa, to be specific, to be partly cloudy. We also expect partly cloudy conditions over the hilly areas of Obudu and also part of Zamfara State, while other places in the north and central parts of the country have prospects for thunderstorms. We also expect rains to affect the inland cities of the south, extending to the coastal areas. For the likely impact from these rains, we expect to see low hazard from the expected rains in places that appear on this map in yellow, while places in green are expected to experience little or no hazard from the expected rains. However, moderate and high hazard is expected over places that appear in orange. For our maximum temperature forecast, we expect the highest value to remain 38 degrees Celsius over Maiduguri, while Sokoto is expected to be 36 degrees Celsius during the day. Nighttime temperature over this area is still expected to be the lowest over Jos at 18 degrees Celsius, while other places are likely to experience nighttime temperatures between 22 degrees Celsius and 25 degrees Celsius. Towards the southern parts of the country, we expect to see values during the day fluctuate between 29 degrees Celsius over Bayelsa and 33 degrees Celsius over places around the southwestern parts of the country. By Thursday, we still expect the northeast to be stable in partly cloudy condition, but with prospects for thunderstorms around the northeastern parts extending to the central and also part of the northwest, Kano and also Guzo areas. We also expect storms to affect the Mambila Plateau areas extending towards Lokoja, while The inland cities of the south down to the coastal areas are to watch out for some rains. Likely impact from this very rainfall is expected to produce little or no hazard in most of the places that appear over the country in green, while places that appear in yellow are expected to experience low hazard from the expected rains. Moderate hazard is, however, expected in places that appear in orange. Our maximum temperature forecast is expected to have the highest value still over Maiduguri areas at 38 degrees Celsius, while other places within the zone are expected to experience daytime highs between 29 degrees Celsius over Jos and 36 over Sokoto areas. The southern parts of the country are, however, expected to watch out for daytime temperatures between 29 degrees Celsius and 33 degrees Celsius. For our strong wind forecast, we expect strong winds of about 30 knots to affect places in the north extending from Yobe towards Sokoto and Kebbi areas, while places that appear in brown are expected to experience moderate hazard compared to high hazard expected over the northern parts of the country. Places that appear in ash color are, however, expected to experience little or no hazard from strong winds associated with the storms. This is where we conclude our 3 days weather forecast. Thanks for watching and see you again.